Good morning to all. Dr C Eswari, Assistant Professor, BG and Research Department of Business Administration, JJ College of Arts and Science, Autonomous Pudukkottai. Now we are going to discuss about strategic management. What is strategic management? Strategic management is the management of an organization resources to achieve its goals and objectives. Strategic management involves setting objectives, analyzing the competitive environment, analyzing the internal organization, evaluating strategies, and ensuring that management rolls out the strategies across the organization. Objectives. The objectives of the study is to review and examine how research methods are applied for strategic management researches and what strategies are used as part of research process to locate, organize, manage, transform, create, communicate and evaluate research tools and data and information resources. The focus is also to analyze the recent development on research methodology to create scientific knowledge in theory, building, and practice in strategic management. The objectives offer an overview of methodologies used in strategic management research and reviews future directions on research methodologies in strategic management. The role of strategy in management. The role as an entrepreneur or a risk taker. Role as an efficient research aggregator. Role as a monitor or scanner of an environment. Role as a front troubleshooter or disturbance handler. Features of strategy. Define a mission and vision. Strategic management involves setting a mission and a vision for the organization, analyzing the external and internal environment. Strategic management also involves analyzing the external and internal environment of the organization. This analysis helps in understanding the opportunities and threats that the organization is exposed to as well as its strengths and weaknesses. Setting objectives and goals. After analyzing environment, strategic management involves setting objectives and goals for the organization. This enables the organization to focus its resources and efforts towards achieving the desired results. Formulating strategies. Formulating strategies involves deciding on the course of action that the organization should take to achieve its objectives and goals. This involves making decision and how resources should be allocated and utilized. Implementing strategies. Implementing strategies involves putting the formulated strategies into action. This involves putting in place the necessary systems and procedures to ensure that the strategies are effectively implemented. Evaluating performance. Evaluating performance is a key part of strategic management. This involves monitoring and measuring the progress of the organization in achieving its objectives and goals. This helps in identifying opportunities for improvement. Characteristics of strategic management. First one, large range. Strategy is generally long range in nature through its valid for short range as well. It provides long range scope and direction to an organization. Second, action oriented. Strategy is action oriented and more specific than objectives. It is a roadmap for future actions for every organization. Hence, it is action oriented. Third, goal oriented. Strategy is for achieving organization long term objectives growth, profitability, and sustainability. Fourth one, flexible and dynamic. Strategy is flexible and dynamic. The change necessitated by the change in environmental factors and influences can be accommodated in the strategy. It is flexible enough to respond the changes in the environmental process. Fifth, value addition. Strategy aims at adding value. The effective and efficient information of appropriate strategy leads to efficient utilization of resources, improvement in productivity with better quality and better market performance in terms of customer satisfaction. Sixth, purposeful. Strategy is for making organization ready to cope to competitive and complex business environments successfully. Seventh one, strategy decisions. Strategy is based on strategy decision. Such decisions define scope of organization activities. They define product and services. They allocate resources and pinpoint organization capabilities. 8. Stakeholders' expectations. Strategy fulfills the value of expectation a stakeholder of an organization who have interest in the performance of the organization. The three levels of strategy. First one is corporate strategy, second business strategy, third functional strategy. First one, corporate level strategies. Corporate level strategies are meant to serve the company with providing the direction in which it should employ its resources, be it in the case of small business firm involved in single business or a large diversified. These strategies are also known as grand or master strategies. These strategies present on organization with the strategic alternative that are available. Business level strategies. These strategies are employed at the business unit or product level and they emphasize the competitiveness of the company's product or services in the specific segment. Functional level strategies. After the strategies have been developed at corporate and business level, strategies should be formulated and functional unit as well for entire organization to move in all overall direction that has been pursued by the formulation of corporate strategy with the aid of the business level strategy. The strategy should be formulated at the functional levels as well as support the implementation of overall strategy at the ground level. Strategic management process. First process, environment scanning. Second, strategy formulation. Third, strategy implementation. Fourth, strategy evolution. First process, environmental scanning. Environmental scanning refers to a process of collecting, scrutinizing, and providing information for strategic purposes. It helps in analyzing the internal and external factors influencing on organization. After executing the environmental analysis process, management should evaluate it on a continuous basis and strive to improve it. Second process, strategy formation. Strategy formation is the process of deciding best course of action for accomplishing organizational objectives and hence achieving organizational purpose. After conducting environmental scanning, managers formulate corporate, business, and functional strategies. Third process, strategy implementation. Strategy implementation implies making the strategy workers intent or putting the organization vision strategy into action. Strategy implementation include designing the organization structure, distributing resources, developing decision making process and managing human resources. Fourth process, strategy evolution. Strategy evolution is the final step of strategy management process. The key strategy evolution activities are appraising internal and external factors that are the root of present strategies, measuring performance, and taking remedial corrective actions. Key elements of strategic management. First one is strategic analysis, second one is strategic choice, third one is strategy implementation. First one, strategy analysis. Strategy analysis is usually concerned with the understanding the organization's strategic position. This is an element that is concerned with the changes that are going on in the environment and how the changes are going to affect the activities of the organization. Other factors that are considered in this element that are strength of the resources in the organization in the context of the changes. It also focuses on what the associated groups in the organization aspire to and how the changes affect the present position and the future position of the organization. Strategic analysis usually aims at creating a view of factors that can have an impact on the future and present performance of the organization. When strategic management is performed in the right manner, it helps in selecting the correct strategic choice. Strategic analysis usually creates a foundation for strategic choice. After strategic analysis have been done, it is now ready to make a strategic choice. Strategic choice is normally defined as the practice of selecting the best possible course of action, and it is usually based on the evaluation of the available strategic options. Strategic choice has three parts that include generation of strategic options, evaluation of the options, and selection of the strategy. During strategic choice, there may be many strategic options, therefore, that is necessary to ensure that the selected option is the best. Strategy implementation. This is the third major element of strategic management that is concerned with the strategy translation into action. This is the stage where the strategy is translated to action. The implementation of strategy requires proper deployment of the organization resources. Effective changes management, careful handling of the possible changes in the structure of the organization, and also careful planning. There are several spots of the door involved in strategy implementation. The first part is in planning and allocation of resources. During implementation, it's involved with the resources planning that includes the logistic of implementation. The second part is organization decision and structure. During strategy implementation, there are certain changes in organization structure that should be done. That it is also likely for the need to arise for adopting the system used in managing the organization. The third part is the management of the strategic change. Limitations of strategic management. Time consuming, challenging process, absence of short term benefits, unexpected outcomes, poor adaptability, limited to set of rules. It is complex process. It is requires a high level imagination. It is a costly exercise. It involves a lot of time, proper communication system, failure to change, failure to coordinate, failure to obtain senior management commitment. In today's fast changing environment, managers find it difficult to do any long range planning. Thank you.